Yaqub alayhi salam, Jacob, may peace be upon him, his other name was Israel. The Quran speaks about it, the Torah, the Old Testament speaks about it. Israel is indeed Yaqub. It means Jacob. Nothing more than Jacob, nothing less than Jacob. So when you say the children of Israel, you are not talking of a land. You are talking of a people. A people who are the children of a certain man. That man's name was Jacob. He had 12 children. From among them was Benjamin, from among them was Joseph, may peace be upon them all. These were amazing human beings. If they knew what their offspring did, and those who claimed to be their offspring, I promise you they would disassociate from that.
Millionaire thoughts, billionaire dreams. I know niggas who played ball and gave it up for lean.
Millionaire thoughts, billionaire dreams, but my account in overdraft, I'm about to scream.
Rich man greed,
A poor man prayers,
every man bleeds.
but look how God made us.
Too many losses, it's only right that we win. I made a promise I'm never gonna lose again. Lose again, lose again, lose again, lose again, lose again. Yo, 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 what's going on? It's your boy SL 550. It's like, now let me stop playing. Yo, this your boy SL 550, and this is the Never Gonna Lose Again podcast. Before we start, man, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Also, hit that notification bell so you get notified every time your boy go live. So, I seen this a while back, and I've been wanting to play it. It's a very interesting conversation that Patrick Bet-David from the BBD podcast, Valuetainment and all that, had with Dan Bilzerian. I hope I'm saying it right. So they had this whole somewhat of a debate, but it was a respectful conversation they had about Israel and the influence Israel has in America. Very interesting a video, and man, we will get straight into it. Hopefully, I'm hoping I got it off of Dan's channel, but I'm hoping that it don't cut me, being as though it's a PBD joint. So we'll see. Hopefully it doesn't. If not, we'll figure something else out, I guess. But man, let's get straight into it.
Recently, when I watch some of your tweets, I don't know if you've announced this or not. I don't know if you've joined AIPAC. I don't know if you are, if you are an advisor for them. Let me read some of these tweets. Muslims aren't the problem. The open borders and motherfuckers and the media attacking nationalism, pushing DEI, transgenderism, and destroying moral values are the problem. August 4th. If you don't put America first as a U.S. politician, you are committing treason. Supporting Israel is bad for America. Netanyahu is a convicted war criminal, and Israel is not our ally. We fought way too many wars for Israel, and we certainly don't need to give them any more money. July 25th. These idiots have ruined movies. Everything they put out is literally propaganda. And then all of a sudden, we got scripture here. For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Is this recent comments you're making about Israel a recent thing, or have you always had these beliefs?
It's more recent. I didn't really realize what a problem it was until recently, and then everybody was scared to say something about it. My brother told me, you can't say anything about it, they'll fucking kill you. Like, everybody basically said that I couldn't say anything about it. And actually now they're literally trying to kick me off the board of my company because of those tweets. So, shit. Yeah, I've definitely had a lot of negative pushback, a lot of my Jewish friends. But I don't give a fuck. It's one of those things where I know that it's the right thing. And the fact that everybody else is scared to say it makes me, feel obligated to be vocal about it.
Why do you think it's the right thing?
Because I know that they're a fucking parasite. They provide the U.S. absolutely no value. They've done so many.
So real quick, I just want to say, I want to add some context to this. So PBD is pro-Israel, for sure. Even though he's Christian, and we know that Jews do not like, let me say, they don't believe in, or even respect. Let me say that much. They don't respect the Christian foundation of their belief system. They don't respect Christians in their religion. PBD is pro-Israel. So is Officer Tatum. So is a few other big YouTubers. And it's interesting seeing this guy Dan, because this is a guy who doesn't give a fuck. He got guns and money, and he's just speaking his truth. And he makes a lot of great points, and I respect it because I think it's out of ignorance mainly but PBD don't understand because I believe that he's actually from Iran, right? Which means he's from a Muslim country. And the way he speaks about where he comes from, it's just crazy. And then how they associate every, for instance, it's one specific part of a Muslim country that doesn't allow women to go to school. I forget where it was at, but I think it was more of Hamas or something like that was taking over that, area or something like that. But for the most part, it's a lie to say that women in Muslim countries can't get an education. A lot of the things that they say about Islam is just false, such as Christians and Jews and people that believe in other religions other than Islam can't live in Muslim countries. That is a lie. You can go to Jerusalem right now, and there's Christians, there's Jews, there's Muslims. You can go to Dubai. You could go to different Muslim countries, and there are multicultural in the sense of there are Christians, there's Jews who live in Muslim countries, which means they are Jewish, they are Christian, but they respect the values and the culture in the Muslim country. It's just like a Muslim coming here. If you go to a Muslim house, you'll see them praying 5 times a day. But they live in a Western country, you live in America. It's America. So you're not going to see women garbed up and all of these things, mainly is what I'm saying. So anyway, getting off. But PBD is a really huge, big critic he's anti-Muslim for sure. And, he claims that Islam is the biggest threat to America and whatnot. And that's why I wanted to play this, because a lot of stuff that Dan was speaking on is just facts. It's just facts, not feelings. It's just facts, and it's just a lot of stuff that's out there as far as Israel's concerned. And it doesn't mean that every Jew is evil or bad or any of that. It's just these specific ones.
Things
anyway, let's get back
that,
into it.
Would constitute, an act of war against us. I mean, USS Liberty, Lebanon Affair, I mean, it can go on and on and on and on and on. But, I think they knew about 9/11. I think they had JFK assassinated. The first thing that he wanted to do, right before he died was, make AIPAC a foreign entity, and not allow them to have nukes. And then all of a sudden this fucking guy's dead. And Jack Ruby, who is Jack Rubenstein, I mean, it's just and then you just, I don't know, man, I can't ignore all the shit that they've done. They sold our secrets. Netanyahu lied to us about weapons of mass destruction. We fought all these fucking wars. My friends have died over there. And I just look at what they provided us with, and it's fucking, it's not nothing. It's like a negative, it's not, even if they just didn't do jack shit, that would be, bad, but they've actually done things to hurt us over and over and over again. So this whole thing of they're our greatest allies, just complete fucking bullshit. And, we send them $100 billion, then they send AIPAC $100 million, and then they distribute it to our politicians, and every politician is a little fucking AIPAC handler walking around and telling them what to fucking say and how to vote. And it's just look, I'll donate $100,000 to politicians, and they call me up hey, you need anything? Every week. I don't need shit. I fucking sit on my ass. I don't do anything. I don't care. I don't fucking break any laws. I don't need any favors. I just gave it to them because I didn't want to see any more fucking retard, Democrats in there. So, but that's 100,000. What does 100 million buy you? How many fucking phone calls do those guys get? And so I just know how it works, and the system is broken. These people get into office and they don't have very much money, and they get out of office with fucking tens or hundreds of millions of dollars. It's not a fucking accident, right?
Is that an Israel thing, or is that anybody? Because China's doing the same thing.
China does.
I want you to look to the lengths of how Patrick Bet-David goes to defend Israel. Same thing with Officer Tatum and a few others. How hard they go to defend Israel, knowing that Israel got us in the war with the fake weapons of mass destruction. Like he said, like Dan said, they are a net negative when it comes to being allies with America. They literally bring no benefit whatsoever at all. All they ever did was get us into wars, and they actually bombed one of our ships, back in the day, and they try to just dismiss this stuff like as if it's just like, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you have a country the size of New Jersey that they stole. You can say what you want. They stole the land that Israel is claiming, right? They stole that land from Muslims, and all they're doing is spreading throughout the Middle East. That's why they want to cause war in the Middle East, and they use in America to do so. And that's the one thing that I don't fuck with Trump with, is like his relationship with Israel. They give this dude big fucking money, and Donald Trump takes it because, that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say, bro, Donald Trump ain't perfect, bro. That motherfucker, is definitely doing some backdoor deals with Israel, just like every other president before him, bro. When it comes to this country, they just have too much influence in America, bro.
They don't have an APAC. Like, Israel is the only one that has a fucking, like, a lobby in the U.S. fucking, giving these politicians money.
Okay, no, every country.
And remember when, Tucker Carlson had Ted Cruz on, and Ted Cruz admitted to doing whatever it took. He said, "I'll do whatever it takes to defend Israel." But he's a U.S. politician. So when it comes to, the dual citizenship situation with government officials, it's no government official who should have dual citizenship at all. Dual citizenship could be a thing. There's nothing wrong with dual citizenship. But when you're in the government and you have dual citizenship, you have an allegiance to two different governments. Tell me how that makes sense. And this is why I said, bro, you have to take money out of politics, because he's right. Another thing that he said was how a lot of these motherfuckers come in here, they're broke, and they leave fucking millionaires. Millionaires, bro.
The big ones all have lobbyists. They all have lobbying that they're doing.
Not in the U.S. They're registered as foreign entities.
Right. I mean, if you're talking about, are you going to the dual citizenship part with Israel, Israel?
That's another problem is a lot of our politicians have far more allegiance to Israel than they do the United States. I mean, that's a whole nother issue as well.
Do you know why they did the dual citizenship? Do you know the history behind why they did the dual citizenship?
Doesn't
matter.
What do you
mean? Like, so the whole concept of dual citizenship was because when Israel became a, country again, they didn't want the people from here who wanted to go back to Israel that didn't have a motivation to go if they were going to lose their citizenship here. So that was the reason why they did it. It was kind of like, okay, you're your own country. We kind of need some of you guys to move over there to help the country out. Yeah, but I'm not going to go. Why are you not going to go? Am I going to lose my citizenship here? But you are. I mean, we don't do that. Every other country, I don't want to lose my citizenship. Well, okay, how about if we do this? How about if we allow you, just Israel, to go back to your country, you won't lose your citizenship? That was the arrangement at the beginning why they did it that way.
No, look.
Yeah, but the fact of the matter is that when you're in government, though, you should not have dual citizenship. You should be an American citizen with only allegiance to America, period. Anything else is just fucking treason. And you see this. Bro, these people these people have so much influence in America is ridiculous, to the point where all of these people, Matt Gaetz even spoke about it, how they all take these trips to Israel, they all kiss the wall, and all of this shit that they do. And this is how Israel is able to, you even heard the kids say it. I played a clip before with the white boy saying, man, they all got an APAC guy. You know what I mean? And that's just what Dan's talking about, with all of them having allegiance to Israel, bro. And they're all being controlled and paid off. So most of these people that are paid off. And for some reason, it's just like, I'm just like, damn, why? It's money. That's it. I mean, these people got money, bro. That's one thing they do. They got fucking money.
I get it. I have 3 citizenships. You know what I mean? I think it's okay. I think
What's the third one? I know Armenia, but what's the
St. Kitts.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't have an issue with dual citizenship. My issue is when somebody is holding a U.S. office and they are putting a foreign nation's interest before America's interest, and they are favoring that other country. And so that to me is treason. Like when you are a U.S. government official, your motivation should be to do things in the best interest of the government that you are representing, not some other
100%.
fucking foreign country.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
that's the problem.
Okay, so but go through it. So what is the solution? Meaning, if Israel's the enemy, then if let's just say you don't do anything and everybody in the Middle East unites to take out Israel, do you think the Middle East is better without Israel? And do you think the world's a safer place without Israel?
100%. It's not even close.
Okay, tell me why. Why do you think?
Give me an argument otherwise.
Yo, look, listen. He didn't expect that. He basically saying, if the Muslims was there without Israel, would it be a safer place? He said, without a doubt, 100%. And this is a fact. This is a fact. We really didn't even have, from the knowledge that I have, and I'm not going to act like I'm super knowledgeable on the whole Israel and Middle East beef, but from what I've seen, right, from the things I've researched, you know, Israel is the reason why we got into a lot of shit with the Middle East, with the Muslim countries, as far as America's stance. You know, when you have Bibi Netanyahu, you know, coming to Congress and talking to, you know, basically making it seem like, listen, if we don't handle this problem now, they could hit here. You know what I mean? And then it's just a coincidence that 9/11 happens. Like, it's just, bro, it's a lot of stuff to this. Super corrupt, though, for sure.
Please, but
Give me one argument why the world would be better off with Israel. Let's just start with that. One thing. Give me one thing.
have you ever lived in the Middle East?
No.
I lived there for 10 and a half years. It's a very, it's not as like here. You can sit here, you can be an atheist, you can be an agnostic, I can be a Christian, it can be a Jew, it can be an LDS, Muslim, no problem. We can coexist here. You can do that in Israel. You can do that.
I mean, not really. They're operating apartheid right now. So that's not, everybody's not living equally.
Not at the level of Iran. Not at the level of what Iran is doing. I mean, in Iran, if you're thinking what Israel is doing out of control, do you know how much money Khamenei's family's made? Do you know how much money they've taken? They have 200.
I've never been to Iran, but I've been to Dubai, I've been to Saudi, like I've been to UAE. So like, and they're all Muslim. They seem to be operating fine.
I would say Iran's slightly different than, but go back to it. So, okay. So you think the Middle East and the world
But you see how he tries to skip over, like, what he's saying? He's saying, I've been to the AU, I've been to Dubai, I've been to Saudi. Like, these are rich Muslim countries. And all types of people from different backgrounds go to these countries, whether it's for vacations or whatever. So that's a lie. It's a lie to sit there and act like any religion outside of Islam can't go to Muslim countries. That's a lie, bro. That's a lie. That's a big lie, too.
be a better place if Israel didn't exist?
Yes.
Okay.
Israel's committed, so many terrorist attacks. They're stealing land right now. They're operating apartheid. They're currently committing a genocide on Palestinians. Like, do you believe in the genocide they're committing?
I think they're fighting for themselves and they're defending themselves.
Do you think that's defense?
Well,
when 1,200 people died, and of which the 1,200 you've killed and admitted that you've killed a lot during, your Hannibal direct.
I will tell you this. The part I question where people who are Jewish can't stand when I say this, I don't know how you, Netanyahu, claim you have the best intelligence in the world, Mossad, and you didn't know that on October 7th they were attacking
you. About it. They didn't. They wanted it to happen, so they had reason to take that.
And hold, my bad. I know I said I was going to let it play, but that is the reason why Charlie Kirk said what he said, which is, I've been there. He said that shit airtight, meaning this October 7th thing was allowed to happen. That's why I said, bro, if you think for a second that these people that are in these elite positions, in these government positions, these leadership positions, won't sacrifice a few to, go to war, do the things that they want to do, you're bugging. They will definitely do it without a doubt, without blinking. These people do not care. They're ruthless. And that's why Charlie Kirk said what he said, because he been to Israel. He been there. He's seen it. He saw it with his own eyes. So he knew that this event that happened on October 7th, that's why he always have said, if you go back and watch clips of Charlie Kirk on Israel, he has always kind of had people on who were against Israel and even questioned a lot. He questioned a lot, bro. I believe Charlie Kirk was actually really like pulling away from Israel. We've seen the text messages on Candace Owens' show with him admitting to it basically being stressful, and that people were pulling out of invested money and stuff like that were Jewish. So it's a lot to this stuff, but these people definitely have a enormous they have an enormous influence in America. They have a lot of money, for sure. These people stick together. They're united. I give them that. And they'll say the same thing about Muslims, for sure. And this is why Muslims are a threat to them. You know what I'm saying? But if you look back and you look into history and you look into, who is doing the corruption, who is doing the fighting, who and all of this stuff, you'll see the ones who attacked first.
Yeah, they wanted a reason to take the land.
I totally get it.
And they killed their own citizens. And they claimed that all these people got raped. That was bullshit. They claimed beheaded babies. That was bullshit. Everything that they said was a fucking complete... Not only was it a lie, but they committed all those atrocities themselves to the Palestinians and been caught doing it. In fact, they just got caught gang raping Palestinians. How many babies have they killed? All the things that they accuse the Palestinians of, or Hamas of, or whatever, they're guilty of 100-fold themselves. And they've been doing that. Like, October 7th wasn't the start of this. Like, the start of this was Nakba. They've done so many different...
disagree. Yeah, I don't disagree.
Yeah, so I mean, this is not like... It's not like October 7th is like... It's all of a sudden they just came over there unsolicited and just killed people. Like, they have been killing Palestinians for years and years, operating two sets of justice. It's like they have the justice for the Palestinians and the justice for the Israelis. And if you read the Talmud, like, if you're not Jewish, you're basically not a human. You're like, like cattle. If a Jew is killed by, somebody that's not Jewish, then it's the death penalty. If a Jew kills somebody that's not a Jew, then, you can't kill them. It's not the death penalty. Like, they literally like segregate in their Bibles.
They're very protective of themselves. I don't think anybody can debate that. I don't think it's a...
Well, it's not the problem isn't that they're protective of themselves. The problem comes when you think that you're better than other people, and you think it's okay to lie to anybody that's not a Jew. You think it's okay to steal from people that are not a Jew. You have two sets of standards. The problem with that is it allows you to rationalize anything, right? And human beings are generally self-serving creatures. So if your fundamental religious belief system allows you to operate in such a way that you believe there isn't consequences to stealing from other people, killing other people, raping, kids that are under 9 years old, like, if you think those things are okay, then, how are you going to operate? Because to me, like, my moral code keeps me on track.
I don't think that's what it is. I don't think it's because you're saying it one-sided. You're not telling the other side of the story on what they're doing either. You're not saying what Hamas did. You're not saying what they did.
What did Hamas do?
I mean, from day one, when you see the rapes and the videos, we've all seen it. This isn't something
what rapes and videos?
But stay on this here if you want to continue with this.
But what rapes and videos?
But my concern when you're saying Israel's doing it, you're saying the other side isn't doing anything.
No, but I'm asking. No. There was no rapes during October 7th. They've shown no rapes from October 7th. They showed no beheaded babies. All that was bullshit.
I'll send you stuff. No. There's plenty of stories. It's not all of them.
And understand that all the stories that he's talking about is stories that come from Israel. Israel done killed hell of reporters. These people are ruthless, bro. I'm just being honest, man. It's just what it is, bro. People can say what they want. And I think deep down, even Trump knows that. Trump knows these people are corrupt. Why do you think he was going so hard for the whole little peace deal and all of that shit? But it's a lot of backdoor shit that Trump got going on with this whole Israel thing. And that's the one thing, bro, I do not like that he has going on is he's going along with the go along. Why even Israel why aren't they registering as a foreign agent? Why not? Other countries have to do it. Why they don't? And they keep pulling this whole Holocaust shit, which is like, bro, Listen, nobody's, debating whether or not the Holocaust happened or any of that shit. My thing is this: the Holocaust, to me, as a black man, can't compare to 400 years. 400 years of our ancestors going through slavery. It's not even close. You know what I'm saying? But they tout this thing up, and that's the reason why they have this so-called ally with Israel. They had to take care of Israel because Israel went through the Holocaust, and like we feel bad. Like, bro, they're up. Like, we're sending them billions of dollars every year. Like, I mean, at what point do they stop sucking on the nipple? You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. I really don't get it, bro. I don't understand. These people are self-sufficient. They have a thriving country. They have they have everything, but yet we still seem to have to pay for or give money to Israel for what? For what? I don't get that part. You know what I'm saying? And you got people like Ben Shapiro who get out here because he's a Jew, and he talks his little shit, and he I remember seeing a video that somebody showed me, this phony timeline of Israel was stolen. Israel, the land that Israel sits on, is stolen. It's stolen. When they reference it, the children of Israel in the Bible, that's why I played this in my thumbnail, because people misconstrued what that means. The children of Israel in the Bible isn't referred to the Israel, the country. Like, so people like Ted Cruz talks about Israel in the Bible as if that's what it's referencing. No, it's not. It's referencing Jacob. The children of Jacob. That's who they're talking about in the Bible when they say the children of Israel. So, people, it's so much. This shit get deep with this whole Israel thing. But best believe, bro. Oh man. Hey, we all gonna have our day, but these people are definitely super corrupt, man. Let's finish up with
The
this
Israeli articles that I saw recently said that there was only 2 babies killed. One was shot by a bullet and the other one died in a hospital. There was no babies in ovens. There was no beheaded babies. All that was all bullshit.
Okay, so go back to the part when you said they think they're better than you. You believe that Jews think they're better than everybody else.
It says it in their Bible.
Okay, but you believe they're better than everybody else. Okay.
I didn't say they're better than everybody else.
They think.
According to their scripture.
Okay, but what if...
And if you look at how they operate, right, like they literally caught people raping Palestinian prisoners, and there was riots. But the riots weren't because they were raping the prisoners. The riots were because they felt like they had the right to rape the fucking prisoners. That's why they almost had a fucking civil war, because they felt like they had the right to rape these prisoners. They felt like that was okay because they weren't Jewish. So, when you have a society that operates like that, you're going to have fucking problems. And they're not the fucking most moral army. That's all fucking bullshit. And, everything that they say, it's just like almost like, listen, when somebody lies to me, like if you lie to me, I'm not probably going to trust you again. You lie to me a second time, I'm definitely not going to trust you. You lie to me a third time, and I let you lie to me the third time, I'm the fucking idiot. These motherfuckers have lied like 10,000 times. So, like, I don't believe anything they say anymore.
I come from a place of, I don't sit here expecting you to tell me 100% the truth. I don't sit here thinking, yeah, Dan's going to tell me 100% the truth with whatever he has in his life. I don't expect that from you, because I don't expect people to walk on water. That's not my expectation. I'm going to live my life. I'm going to live it with my life, but you can't think that...
Bro, the lengths that these people go to defend Israel is wild to me, bro. It's just wild. I'm just being honest, man. Like, blatant corruption. Like, watch the BB Files. The BB Files, I had it posted in one of my previous videos. Bro, this dude, Benjamin Netanyahu, super corrupt. He literally, I don't even know if this is still standing, but he literally is like charged with war crimes somewhere. I think the UN. I forget who it is, but but he's literally been charged. That's why Trump said, y'all should pardon him, and he's all smiling. Yeah, pardon me, please. Like, let me get off the hook with all of this shit that I did. You know what I mean? That's the thing I don't fuck with Trump about, to be honest with you. That's why I tell people, bro, like, I'm not expecting Trump, nor the Republican Party or the Democratic Party or the government itself to save me in my life. I'm looking for only me, Chiron Long, aka SL 550. I'm the only one that's gonna save me. I'm not looking for Trump to do so, but people, it does matter who we vote for. And it does matter, that, Americans, as Americans, we need to wake up. And we need to hold these motherfuckers accountable and start demanding change within inside the government. If not, they're gonna drag us into the next World War III. You know what I'm saying? And it's all fun and games, bro, because you gotta understand something. This ain't the 1940s. Motherfuckers ain't out here with muskets loading these shits up for 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? This is 2025, bro. You got advanced technology. People is building nuclear weapons, all types of dangerous shit. And if you think that China and Russia and these other big superpowers are going to, stand by steadily and just allow shit to happen, you're bugging. You're bugging. It's all fun and games until shit start hitting the homeland. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is this. It's one thing for America, to get into situations, that we might have to because of America. But it's a whole nother thing when we're getting into wars with other countries over shit that has nothing to do with America. Now, you could say, oh, we got allies and we got to. Yeah, but if your ally is blatantly doing things that are corrupt, if your allies are doing things that's just like not moral whatsoever, and if you really get into the gist of everything, because everybody always wants to bring shit back to biblical, Muslims have, like, this is 100% a fact. Muslims have way more in common with Christians than Jews do. This is not my opinion. This is fact. But a country the size of New Jersey, people as a small fraction of the world has convinced Christians in high places that Islam is the threat, the biggest threat ever. We believe in a lot of the same things. The differences are like, we don't believe Jesus is God. We believe Jesus was a prophet. We love Jesus. We speak highly of Jesus. You'll never see a Muslim disrespect Jesus. Ever. Isa alayhi salam. You'll never see it. But you'll see Christians do it. But that's neither here nor there. At the end of the day, we have way more in common, but yet this small group of people with a lot of influence, a lot of money, I give them that. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers make a lot of money. They have a lot of influence on America and have made, Islam the biggest threat in the world.
China's going to tell us the truth, or Iran tells us the truth, or U.S. tells everybody the truth, or you think any country is going to tell us 100% the truth. But
I don't know, man. I got a different moral code. Like in gambling,
it's not about
but in gambling and business, like with my friend group, like you lie one time, you welch on a debt, you do one
You're
thing.
talking friendship, though.
I'm just saying, my friends, people that I know, people that I do business with, people I gamble with, like
it's the same thing I have as well. It's the same thing most people have. There's a difference between on the personal side than on the countryside. So you're America first. Is it fair to say you're America first? Okay. How do you feel about the protesting and the rioting going on in schools, academia, Harvard, Columbia, when you've seen all the stuff that's going on, Free Palestine, Gays for Gaza, when you see that, what do you think about it? Does it do anything to you, or you're like, let me support them?
I mean, I think it's pretty funny that it wasn't a problem until it was against Israel. It wasn't a problem with BLM. It was fucking encouraged with BLM. It was
always a problem with
Bullshit. They fucking encouraged it. They let them burn down police stations. There was no repercussions.
I'm not talking mainstream.
No, I'm talking about our government, our media encouraged that shit. Bro. Right?
Why when he said that, he tried to bring it back to him? I didn't encourage that. No, that's not what he's saying. He's saying that America encouraged this. America, when the whole George Floyd thing happened and the BLM shit happened, they were encouraging that. You even heard Tim Walz even say they opened their windows and was smelling the flames and all of this goofy, sick shit. Bro, a lot of this shit that be happening, it's not by accident. It's on. These people know what they're doing, bro. But he's right, though. When all of this stuff was happening, It wasn't really no pushback about it. They let these people burn down the city, cause billions of dollars in damage. Soon as motherfuckers talk about Israel, you seen Benjamin Netanyahu. He said it. He let it be known, that they need to acquire TikTok because they want to control the narrative. They don't want people talking bad about Israel. But what Israel needs to do is fucking change their moral code, because that shit is I don't know the goal. I don't know the goal with them. I really don't. Yo, why is my joint? Why did that just happen? My bad. Anyway, let's finish up.
They encouraged it when it was BLM. Like, they literally burnt down police stations, and it was fine. The mayor came out and was like, no problem, no arrests, no big deal. We don't give a fuck.
Right.
Take down statues, destroy buildings, burn cop cars, do whatever you want to do. But the moment it was Israel, now all of a sudden,
Why do you think
students get the shit beat out of them? They get arrested, they get pepper sprayed, they get fucking maced. And those are peaceful protests. BLM was not peaceful, but it was fine because it wasn't criticizing Israel. What does that tell you?
Let me ask you a question.
Well, we'll answer that. What does that tell you? Who's in charge here?
But you're talking to a guy that I'm not sitting here saying what BLM. I'm talking to you like you and I. I'm not talking to you with $2-3 billion of damage they did to small business owners in communities that African Americans are living in, and who controls mainstream media. And there's only 2 outlets right now. We're talking to a couple of your friends here that were during lunchtime. We're having a conversation while we're having dinner with who controls mainstream media. The left. The only one that's on the right is one. Okay, and that's also going to the left. Who controls CNN, CBS, ABC? That's left. Who controls universities? Left. Who controls schools?
Well, it's like 90-something% Jewish. Right. We could say left, but it's Jewish if we're being honest.
Not necessarily, because even right now, if you think about it, if you think about the right and the left, okay, who's taking the biggest hit with losing Jewish voters? Because most Jews vote left. They're not voting on the right.
Jewish vote is irrelevant. They're like 2% of the population.
But the money that they vote with their money.
I mean, yeah, but like at the end of the day, I think how much money goes into these campaigns isn't going to dictate as much as when you have a president that's like potentially getting assassinated. Like those are the drivers. I mean, Kamala Harris is a drunken school teacher. Like she can't even like formulate a coherent sentence. I mean, I don't know. The idea of voting for her just seems crazy. My biggest criticism of Trump is his support of Israel. I mean, aside from that,
why do you think he's supporting Israel?
Because of money. That's why they all fucking support Israel.
Exactly.
Money.
Well, you said it's not about money a minute ago.
A fact.
Well, he wants money. I mean, these politicians are run. I mean, there's 2 reasons to run for president.
Right.
Because you're a good person and you want to do good.
Okay.
Or because you want fucking money.
Sure.
And fame. That's it. It's the only reason somebody would join president.
You're a good person.
Or you want money and fame.
And fame.
That's it.
2 reasons why you run.
Why else would you
Why do you think
president?
Trump's reason is?
Money and fame.
You think he wants money and fame?
100%.
You think Trump's running because he wants money and fame?
100%.
He has money. He is famous.
He wants people to love him. He wants attention. I mean, he was doing like reality shows for Christ's sakes. Like he wants more money.
I totally get it. But you think he is more, he is, how much you think it matters for Trump to be liked?
I think he wants people to like him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yo, we're going to end the show there, man. I just wanted to play, I ain't going to play the entire video. But, yeah, this was a good debate, man. If you want to check it out, you can go to the Dan Bilzerian page or the PPD podcast page. But, yo, this was an interesting joint because PPD, I see him criticize Muslims and Islam so much. And I would respect people more if they separated the two. I've seen people do it, and I respect that. When they say, like, it's not all Muslims, it's, because there is radical Muslims, just like there's radical Jews, just like there's radical Christians. Don't get it confused, man. This stuff, these people at the top, it's about power and money, but it's mainly about power, bro. You got people that just want to control everything, to be honest, and they're not going to stop until they get the power that they desire, whatever that may be. Maybe it's there already, who knows. But I do agree with him 100%. I do not like the relationship at all with America and Israel, and definitely with Donald Trump, because at the end of the day, he's going to be compromised. It's a fact. When it comes to Israel and backing Israel, and it's only a matter of time before Bibi comes back claiming weapons of mass destruction or some type of bullshit to try to. He's right now. I guarantee you that Bibi Netanyahu is concocting a plan to hit Donald Trump with in order to have a reason to go and bomb wherever. You know, it's just what it is, bro. You know, Israel. I think if you know, I don't even like how Israel came about, but let's just say that that's in the past. That happened. It is what it is. Even though I would never say that, but let's just say hypothetically, if Israel actually was beneficial to America, I can understand. But the facts remain that what benefit does Israel have for America? I don't get it. Like, it's not like Israel is sending money to America. It's not like Israel is like what does Israel? I don't get. I don't see it. Anything that Israel can bring to the table, we already have. You know what I mean? Military, the biggest one, the best. What else? What? Everything that they pretty much have is because of the United States of America. So, you know, it was just an interesting joint. You know, I played that mainly because PBD criticized Islam so much, even though he is from a Muslim country. But money makes people do pretty much anything. And the facts remain is that these people are only siding with Israel for the money. People like Officer Tatum get up there and prance for Israel for the money. That's it. It's no way. If you claim to be Christian, it's no way. It's impossible. You're not Christian. You're just a Jew. You know what I'm saying? Or Jewish, or pretend to be Jew. I don't know. But all I know is these people, when, you know, don't know what they're talking about when it comes to Islam, they say anything. They'll take one, you know, negative situation that happened with a Muslim and make that the whole of Islam. Like, this is what, Muslims put vests on and blow themselves up. Like, okay. But anyway, man, that's the show for today. If you like the show, make sure you hit that like button, share. Also, subscribe to the channel. Help your boy on the road to monetization. I'm trying to get monetized. Hit that subscribe button for me. I truly do appreciate it. Also, hit that notification bell so you get notified every time your boy go live. Until next time, it's your boy SL550. I'm out.
Millionaire thoughts, billionaire dreams. I know niggas who played ball and gave it up for lean.
Millionaire thoughts, billionaire dreams, but my account in overdraft, I'm about to scream.
Rich man greed,
A poor man prayers,
every man bleeds.
but look how God made us.
Too many losses, it's only right that we win. I made a promise I'm never gonna lose again. Lose again, lose again, lose again, lose again.